and we're the fans here cheering them on, so go get them. You guys are the best. Go get them. Let's play some soccer.
Welcome to All Access Aurora Borealis.
Yes, you heard it. It's another Thursday afternoon. SportsTownChicago.com. Welcome to you. All Access Aurora Borealis. Again, we're speaking soccer, and of course, we're speaking specifically to Aurora Borealis soccer. Now, last week when we were here, we were very jubilant because the team had scored its first win in competitive play. League play, the Premier League of America. And that was against Toledo United. Now this week, maybe not so much, because then the return fixture was last Sunday, and they played Toledo again, and the result was not exactly what we were looking for, at least not the end result. As to what happened on the field of play, we're going to, kind of pick that apart here with our coach, CJ Brown, who is here with us once more. CJ, welcome again.
Thank you.
Toledo United.
Yes.
Established team, tough team in the league. You beat them once. They say it was controversial. They weren't happy about it. I'm sure they came back with fire in their eyes and vengeance in their bellies. And they got a 3-0 result. How did you think your team handled the return fixture?
Obviously, it was 3-0, so we didn't handle it very well. I think the big thing was Toledo came out with, like you said, a vengeance, and they played hard. I don't think they changed much of their game. They played the same way we played them the first time. But for some reason, we had a little more energy the first game. We had a little more bite, a little more attitude, and we tried to play our game. And then the second game, I think Toledo came out with a lot of energy, a lot of fight, a lot of attitude, and they pressed their game on us, and we couldn't handle it, and the results showed.
Yeah, but interestingly enough, let me tell the viewers that if you look at the Eastern Division of the PLA, home teams have not done very well. Teams that have racked up wins have actually racked up wins on the road. So I guess you pretty much had that omen going against you coming into the game. Or you didn't realize that?
I personally didn't realize that. To me, every game you want to try to go out and win, whether it's home or away. You especially want to win at home. That's obviously the goal and the idea, and that's the way you want to try to bring fans into this new club. Obviously, we're not doing that. But I also know when you're home, there's a lot more distractions. So maybe guys aren't necessarily playing the way they probably would on the road because their fans and their friends and stuff aren't around. But at the end of the day, we just came out really, really soft and really relaxed, and it beat us.
Right. And the opening goal was a penalty.
Yes.
In the commentary box, when we first saw it, we thought it was a soft penalty. But then on review, we realized that really it was basically an experienced player against a less experienced player, and he basically just played the professional game pretty much.
I think that's a typical game versus a guy that really, really wants a situation versus a guy that's not quite sure. And they came in with an idea of they're going to flop, they're going to throw themselves around. They initiate the contact, and then they played out after that, and we weren't used to that. So as soon as you initiate the contact, then we react, and when you react, you always are the ones going to get called for it. So smart play on that forward. That's what we got to get used to. We're a young team. We are playing against very experienced players, and we're getting caught on everything right now. And I think it's just a learning experience for me as a coach. It's a learning experience for my players and our club. We have a long way to go.
Right. And apart from their experience, their size, these are some very big, solid players. And they actually know how to use that physical advantage.
Yes, their center back is solid. I think he's a quality player, just controlled the game. He was big in the air on all the corner kick, free kicks. And he just dictates the game when you're trying to play forward because he's in good spots and he uses his physical abilities to gain a presence.
Right. So, okay, we can give it to the defender. Inexperience led to the penalty. But let's now speak to, throughout the entire game, especially in the second half, we saw where the team had a whole lot of difficulty in dealing with set pieces, especially corner kicks coming from that left corner. Now, the two goals, the last two goals were scored basically from corners. But the first one was pretty much a replica of something we saw way back when at the start of the season for this club, where a defender is defending against a corner. He's pretty much all alone on the spot, but he manages to turn the ball into his own net.
Yes. Those are just plays that you individually have to stay focused. And again, a young group of guys. I think the kid that put it in came off the bench, so he wasn't as tuned in from the beginning of the game. But those are the crucial moments. Those are the times that you want to step in and make a difference. And I know that the guys are trying extremely hard, and there's nobody that wants to put it in their own goal. But it's just body positioning. It's awareness and alertness of the guys around you, and a lot goes into the goalkeeper too. His positioning and a ball dropping at somebody's foot around that area of the field. I think that should be in the keeper's hands. But again, a very young team that has a lot of growing to do.
And then the third goal now was scored off a header again from a corner. But the number 14 for Toledo, he was basically kicking perfect corners into the wind. Yeah. Those balls were dropping exactly right in that corridor of uncertainty, where it left everybody, to include the goalkeeper, basically not sure of what to do when that ball came over. And I think it also speaks now to your team's ability now to defend against set pieces, because that's a very important nugget of the game.
Yeah, we have a pretty good sized back line. My two center backs, I think, are a good 6 foot something, maybe a little bit, about 6 foot even, and then our outside backs are pretty good size. So I personally think we match up well against any team. I think now it becomes a determination of wanting to win a ball and timing and just outplaying the guy in front of you. There's times where you play as a team and everything has to be done orchestrated through the team, but then there's times guys have to step up and do their individual job and try to win battles.
Right. Now, the results are one thing for the team, but then Aurora Borealis is an entire organization that represents the community. And we just wanted to see how it is that the fans basically are dealing with the results on the field and the vibe around the club. So we went into the stands on Sunday, and we had a chat to a couple of the fans, and let's hear what they have to say.
All right, so here we are in the stands, Aurora Borealis versus Toledo on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Halftime, Aurora down 1 goal, and we're here speaking with Karen. Of course, she's wearing her jersey, which means she's a proud Aurora.
Okay, so having a little bit of difficulty there, but CJ, I mean, you must speak to the fans, and of course, you're in tune with the administration. What is the vibe like? What's the feedback you're getting?
Just looking back, and when we're playing games and you look in the stands, you have quite a few people in there. Obviously, we would love more people to come out and watch the game. I also would like to see more kids out in the area, and I think as an organization, we have to do a little better job at reaching out to all the local clubs and expressing to them that they have a semi-pro type team that is training and playing in their neighborhood that they should come out and watch and hopefully be a part of as they grow up. Because this is another avenue for soccer for kids, if it's after college or during college, or maybe they won't go pro, but this is the next level. So I think we have to do a little bit better. I think results obviously help with that. If we can start winning, it brings a little more attention, but most important is having a place to play soccer at the next level.
Right. And at least something is happening, which is most important, yes. Because if nothing is happening, then you have nothing to do. Yeah. But some of the views that were reflected, that people are happy that there is an outlet for kids. Because we know about that adrenaline build-up and where it can take you. There's a good old adage that says the devil finds work for idle hands. And if you're creating, and through this club, the club is creating an outlet for that adrenaline and some place to put it in a positive manner, then it has to be a good thing. And people should
Yeah.
I think it's imperative that they come out and support this initiative.
It's great. I mean, we're playing at a really nice facility at Mooseheart, and they've allowed us to train there at times, and we play games there at times. So I think that has been great. And like you said, it's an outlet for for players to continue doing what they're doing and stay out of trouble and play the game that they love to play. So
right. And if it is that they're not enjoying the football on the field, of course they can look up at the Eagles nesting. Okay. And I think we're getting the signal now that we do have those clips up. Okay.
All right, so here we are in the stands, Aurora Borealis versus Toledo on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Halftime, Aurora down 1 goal, and we're here speaking with Karen. Of course, she's wearing her jersey, which means she's a proud Aurora Borealis fan. Karen, what do you think of the game so far?
It's going pretty good. I just wish they would score, you know. I think it's pretty awesome. I think it's really cool. I mean, it's brand new, and it's cool to have it around the community, too.
Yeah?
Yep.
And where do you think they'll end up based on how they're playing and the games that you've seen so far?
I think they're doing really well. For being a new team and everything, they're working together great, and I've seen a lot of improvement. So.
Okay, and you're going to stick with this club, right?
Yep.
It's a good game so far. We're enjoying it. It's beautiful weather. So far, so good.
But your team is down 1-0.
Yeah, they're playing all right, though. We got to keep the ball a little bit more, but I think it's still fun to watch. I think it's really good for the area. We're getting especially a lot of good younger kids coming in through here. It's fun to have the young kids playing on the field at halftime, and I think it's going to be really cool for the area.
So far, so good. Yeah.
Despite the score line?
Yeah. It's okay. Yeah, they can come back.
Yeah, we'll be back for sure.
Yeah, pretty much exactly what we were saying.
Yeah.
This results aside, beautiful facility, especially on a Sunday evening like last Sunday was. It's an excellent atmosphere just to come in and watch some soccer, even if you're a neutral.
Yes.
It was just good to watch, and it's just a good place to be. And pretty much, like we said, the results aside, they're not even looking at the results, they're just looking at what is happening. And this is pretty much what we've been saying.
Yeah, I think this is it's a great opportunity. I mean, obviously we want to showcase the youth, the talent in our neighborhood, in our area, which is great. But you're also seeing talent throughout. You're seeing all Michigan. You're seeing Milwaukee's and Chicago. Some of those guys might be future MLS players, might be future NASL players, or they could have been previous pro players. So you're bringing all types of different soccer into this neighborhood that hasn't experienced that as much. And now you don't have to go all the way into the city to watch soccer. It's right here in your neighborhood. Right. And hopefully we can start building it to a level that people truly, truly want to come out every single day, and where they're fighting for tickets to come in. And that is our goal. We don't want to be a one-year club just coming in, throwing it together and bringing kids out and play soccer. We want to build something that has history, like all the clubs that we're playing against and that have been around for 15, 20 years. And we want to be like a club like that. And we want guys that finish college or that are full-time workers that say, you know what, I still love this game and I can still play, so I'm going to come back out. And then they're bringing their kids out to play. I think it's a great thing that Tim has started, and I think it's a great opportunity for the local kids in the area, and hopefully we can keep building it.
Right. And next week you can join us as we will have a chat we'll have a view from the administrative end. However, we spoke of the adrenaline that comes through the community and channeling that adrenaline in the right place. The man charged with channeling the adrenaline pretty much is right here with us, CJ Brown, and you've been doing a good job so far, but let's speak the future. You have Oakland County coming up, one of 4 teams that's leading the Eastern Division on 9 points. You're on the road again. Yes. What do you know of the team, and how are you looking forward to going into that game?
Honestly, I don't know much about them, so I think that's probably the best way for us right now, because we do much better than joining in games that we don't know much about the team, and we just go out and play our way. I obviously know it's going to be very, very tough because they're at the top of the table. But it's a very good opportunity for us. We're on the road, which according to the records, it shows that we're better on the road. So let's hopefully take that to our advantage. But we have to just play our game. We're a very young team that has to grow, and we have to keep trying to understand each other, understand the way we want to play. And we can't really get caught up in how other teams are playing right now. I think once we get at that level, then we can start playing according to them. But we still need to figure ourselves out. I think every weekend it's a new thing for us, and we're figuring it out every single time.
All right. So as we close out this edition of our All Access Aurora Borealis, it's not that bad because at least Aurora, they are not at the bottom of the table. There's actually a team below them. Aurora has a -3 goal difference. That team has a -16. And on that note, we're going to say goodbye for this Thursday afternoon. Once again, I want to say thanks to CJ Brown for having been here with us. And of course, you can watch the games on SportsTownChicago.com, STC 2. And again, All Access Aurora Borealis, Thursday afternoons at 2 o'clock. See you next week, Thursday. I'm Courtney Wallace. Good afternoon.
And we're the fans here cheering them on, so go get them. You guys are the best. Go get them. Let's play some soccer.
Welcome to All Access Aurora Borealis.